Sorry.
Hey! Hello everyone. So today I am with
Brian.
Brian. Just call you Brian.
Or you can call me Sungu.
Sungu.
That's my
Okay.
Korean name. Just call me Brian. That's like easier.
Okay. So today I am with someone who can speak 4 languages: English, Korean, Turkish, and Russian.
A little bit of Russian.
Still, that's impressive. So like, can you just like a self-introduction in 4 of these languages?
Oh yeah, sure. Hello, my name is Brian. I'm from Korea.
Okay.
I'm 26 years old. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 저는 이승우고요. 올해 27살? 27살이고요. 한국 나이로. 지금은 직장을 찾고 있어요. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Здравствуйте. In Russian. Здравствуйте. Меня зовут Боря. Моя мама медсестра. Мой папа врач.
마지막 is Turkish.
Merhaba. Benim Türkçe adım Emre. Tanıştığımıza memnun oldum. Bu yıl ben 26 yaşındayım.
I'm also gonna pretend I understood that.
So like,
What was the my name is the other day that you taught me? Benim adım Sabrina.
Yeah.
Now that people know how intelligent you are in learning new languages, this is why I invited him. So, as y'all know, I learned Korean for like a year and 9 months, and I wouldn't say I'm fluent, but like I do have basic conversational skills. I mean, I'm not afraid to talk to a Korean in Korean. So, and he's also fluent in all these other languages as well. So, we are here today to give you guys tips on how to learn new languages. Okay, let's start with you. What is your number 1 tip? Especially, you know, at our age, 20 something, I'm pretty sure you have a golden tip. What would that be?
Well, first of all, I think like dating is like the best way to learn a new language.
Okay.
Because like for me, my ex was Turkish.
Oh.
And I met her like 5 years ago when I was 21. Like I learned like 70%
Through
of
her.
Turkish that I know through her.
Wow.
I'm not that smart, like I don't have a good memory or anything, but I still remember like everything she told me whenever she was like mad at me.
So she got mad at you in Turkish.
Yeah, she was like cussing at me. But I still remember everything that she said.
Okay.
Because I was so hurt and she was my first love. Anyways,
okay.
I recommend dating. And I also recommend like dating apps.
Dating apps, okay.
And also like dating and making friends who speak that language. It's important. I recommend Hello Talk. It's a good app to make friends and sometimes find a dating partner. that's not the purpose of using.
I heard it's
Hello
like
Talk.
Facebook where you upload stuff and then people can comment. Is that it? Oh,
I think you're right. You're right. You cannot upload any like videos, but you can upload like
pictures?
photos. Yeah. And I also recommend maybe Meef.
Meef? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can find some like weirdos on that app. It's also like another good app to make like friends.
Just be careful while you're using it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, you don't even need to meet up with that person. Like you can just talk to that
online.
person. Yeah.
For like vocabulary, do you have like any specific tips on how does one pick up a lot of vocabulary, especially, you know, if you're just starting out?
Well, you have to like read a lot. But like me personally, like people say, oh, you have to read like newspapers, but like no, like I think they're boring.
It's too hard.
For me, and too hard. Like for me, I think like blogs or like checking out like forums of your interest. I don't really recommend newspapers, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like too hard.
Because I've tried, you know, reading Korean newspapers. Like when I was in my language institution, I was trying to like study more. And I looked at the first page and I was like, I didn't know shit. I was like, there was no word that I could understand because like even in Korean, you guys have like these extra bombastic words used in Korean newspapers. So I was like, I know only very basic conversational Korean. So like that wasn't really helpful to me reading newspapers because you don't use those words in real life, right?
Not at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. But even now, like I only understand like 40% of what they're saying on Korean newspapers.
한국인 맞으세요?
맞아요.
So next question, would you recommend people to self-study or would you recommend people to go to like an institution or like have a private tutor?
Oh, like having a private tutor, that's like perfect.
That's
But I don't recommend like institutions or like classes because
okay.
I don't think you can learn like real stuff. Yeah, like you can actually interact with that person, and like that's how you learn any new language. You know, like babies, they learn languages by interacting with like their parents, just like that. Yeah.
That's a new perspective, because like a lot of, especially in Malaysia, those interested in Korea, they self-study, which is like they just go online, they just look up free classes or whatever, or they watch through YouTube, and then that's how they learn on their own. I mean, I think that's a good initiative, and I think that's great, but like one thing I'm worried about is sometimes they get the wrong information, or like, I don't know, which is sometimes I recommend them to go to like a real teacher or a real tutor. So yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yes.
Like you always need to get like feedback from like a real person.
Yeah, from a qualified teacher.
Yeah.
So how would you recommend, trying to improve your listening skills in that new language?
Well, like I recommend like watching like TV shows or like movies. Don't try to like look up every single word that you don't understand. You try to like take a guess from the context, and that's like a good practice. And I also like recommend listening to music. Like for me, like I listened to a lot of Turkish songs. I would like sing along, and I would actually like look up the lyrics of that song that I'm like interested in, and I would like make like song covers. And that's actually like a good way to learn a new language, I think.
So is there any Turkish song that you would recommend people
Like
to listen to?
There's like so many.
There's so many. Just one if you had to choose.
Oh, Vazgeç Gönül, Vazgeç Gönül. It's like a really old Turkish song. I'm into like old songs because like I'm like really. I think I'm romantic. I think that's why I'm like.
Okay, he's a romantic person.
You can find like so many videos about like tips on learning a new language, but they always talk about the same thing. Like repetition is important. Blah blah blah. You have to read a lot, but like
We're giving you real tips.
Yeah, try to like reach out and like meet up with like actual people.
Be a social butterfly.
Yeah.
What was your motivation to study the language? Turkish, yeah, Turkish.
Well, Turkish for me was because of my ex. So that's why I'm saying like dating is quite important. Yeah, 'cause, like, I'm not a smart person, but like since I was like so interested in my ex, I was able to like remember better.
People out there, get yourselves a new partner. Even if you already have one, change your partner if you want to learn a new language. So
Change.
So
Make sure to like break up with your ex.
So before we end, any last encouraging words to people out there who are trying their best to learn a new language?
Yeah, like so if you're like interested in learning Turkish especially, you can always like hit me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave his Instagram below in the description. So thank you for coming on to my channel today. Thank you so much. So maybe next time we'll see each other again.
Yeah, hopefully.
Bye. How do you say bye in Turkish?
Say görüşürüz.
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 arkadaşlar. See you later, friends. Yeah.
görüşürüz.
görüşürüz.
görüşürüz. 안녕.